Hello, I'm Tony Craig. This is F1 Grandstand. Get excited. This is it, the business end of the first Grand Prix of 2026. We are heading in to qualifying for Melbourne Grand Prix. Oh, it's an early morning, well, late night actually, 4:30 a.m. here in the UK. We are getting ready for it. I can see the chat's getting ready for it as well. We got Fiona in Toronto. Cedric. Cedric, where are you watching from? Let me know where you're all watching from. Obviously, I'm in the UK. Right now, it's 4:30 in the morning. We all enjoyed a good FP3. Did you see the Kimi Antonelli crash? 10 minutes to go with an FP3, giving just 2 hours for Mercedes try and rebuild a car which had damaged front suspension, damaged rear suspension, damaged rear, but basically the whole rear end had gone, wing mounting, gearbox must have been shattered, probably damaged to the floor as well. Like, it was in a state. And the worst time possibly to crash your car is 10 minutes to go in FP3. Toto Wolff didn't look happy. Kimi Antonelli is fine. But will they get that car out on track for qualifying? If they do, it's remarkable, right? If they do manage it, it's remarkable. Other top stories. George Russell. Maybe he was sandbagging. Maybe Mercedes have been sandbagging. He went and popped in a very quick lap at the end of FP3. Very quick lap, maybe like a second ahead of the field. Very quick. And then we have the Ferraris. So yeah, I'm going to see. So Chef, it's 11:30 in Toronto. I hope you're having a nice, have a nice beer there, Chef. And then Sulu said maybe Ferrari didn't turn up the wick. Maybe not. Maybe they will now. Really, if you listen to everybody. This is the session. This is the session. Yeah, this is the session that we find out. So yeah, qualifying. It is all about qualifying. Right, this is where we're going to find out. Yes, Emma, races tomorrow. Yeah, races tomorrow. Well, it's weird when I say tomorrow. It is tomorrow actually. The race is 4:30 in the morning, Sunday morning for me. Aston Martin. Sulu says Aston Martin are sandbagging for the whole season. Oh my god. I mean, Williams looked awful as well. Didn't manage to put any sort of laps on the board. Sainz, Albon right down at the back. Alpine looked pretty bad as well. Pretty terrible. Aston Martin, as we know, awful. So really, highlights. Audi still look good. Still like the best of the rest. Actually look stronger than Haas. Audi looked stronger than Haas in all the free practice, actually. So Cedric's in Cape Town, South Africa. Very cool. I've got no idea what time it is there, though. 11:31 in Vaughan for Fiona. Gisette says Carlos looks handsome as usual. Yeah, he's at the back, but he's still a smooth operator. He's a smooth operator. Carlos Sainz still looking great. Sulo says I'm feeling pretty fresh. Accidentally fell asleep for 14 hours. I've had no sleep. I got so we did the live stream at 7:30 GMT for the news for Friday. I had maybe 2 hours sleep. Then jumped on at 1:30 for FP3. Because there was a delay in FP3, there wasn't really a good excuse so there wasn't really enough time to have any sleep. So yeah, after this, after qualifying, I think that's when I'll get my get some Zeds. I'm just waiting for the data to come through, and then I will switch screens to the full data. We've got all the data for you today. So live track. Best data from gears, RPM of the engine, how many laps the drivers are doing, have done, the gap between first and last, all of the sectors and mini sector times. We give you all the data you could possibly want. But yeah, I'm on a... If I'm buzzing a little bit, it's because I also, in FP3, because it was early, we're all going, everyone's having a whiskey and Coke, a JD and Coke. So I thought, all right, yeah, I'll have a brandy and Coke. Oh, Gisette, thank you. Oh, Gisette, thank you so much. I'm going to take that compliment. She said I look marvellous. Thank you very much. I'm sure you look marvellous too. 4:30 in the morning though, crikey. Crystal Ryder, Tampa, Florida. Nice, love Florida. I lived in America for a little while. I lived in LA for a bit. I did. I like America. The food was unbelievable. California, the weather was great. It was all very good fun. Sema says, looking good for 4:30 in the morning, TC. Well done. Yeah, I didn't go to sleep. Auxilla, peer pressure prevails. Sema, Tampa. Yeah, another bucket list destination for Sema. Yeah, Shaitan says that crash by Antonelli is almost similar to Bottas' crash in Australia 2018 quali, also in the Mercedes at the same place. You see what happened? So Antonelli, he just rode the curb a little bit too much, got on the power a little bit too early on the slippy stuff. Back end kicks out, rear end into the barrier, and then spins and hits every element of the car pretty much, front and back. Now, when we compare Russell going through that same turn 2, Russell didn't even take the curb, and that was the fastest lap that we've seen so far. So Russell, on the fast lap, didn't even take the curb. Antonelli took the curb, ended up in the wall. We did talk, actually, in FP... Do you remember in the start of FP3, who was joining us for that stream? We said, who do we think's the first to put it in the wall? And I'm pretty sure, did Auxilla say Kimi? I can't remember who said. Someone did predict it'd be Kimi. Manchester night shift workers unite. I'm on the night shift tonight, guys. Seriously. I am on the nighttime shift. Gisette, I'm drinking a bourbon and Coke Zero. It's 8:36 p.m. here in California. It's a great place to live. But gas went up today to $5.59 a gallon. Yeah, that's more expensive than it was when I was there. So I'm drinking a little brandy and Diet Coke myself. And then, after this stream, Lawrence Stroll on the television. Doesn't look very happy. Ugh, I'm not surprised. Oh, Sarasota. Nice. I was in Hollywood. Just off on a little street called Alta Loma, just off Sunset. Yeah, I was there for a little while. And then out in Toluca Lake for a little while. Auxilla can't remember his prediction. I thought you said Kimi. I thought when we talked about who was going to be the first one in the wall, I thought you said Kimi, Auxilla. I thought it was you that got it right. Crystal's talking about it's a quick trip to Miami or Austin tracks one day. Miami would be a great Grand Prix. It is a great Grand Prix. Actually, now, one of my favourites, actually, from last season, I thought the Las Vegas Grand Prix was a brilliant event. Absolutely brilliant. That's the one to go to this year, I think. The Las Vegas, they just put on such a good show. Old Guy Chat says, Tony, did you know since 1999 the difference between the laps is about 20 seconds for Ferrari? Since 1999? Are you talking about lap times? Since 1999, the lap times are 20 seconds quicker. That seems a lot. Oh, my poll. Right, you know, my poll. I'm going for George Russell. I think George Russell takes pole. on a 118. I think I was on a 118.25. That's my prediction. I don't think he wins the Grand Prix, though. I think Leclerc wins the Grand Prix. I think George Russell finishes second. And I think Hamilton finishes third. That's what I think. I think Hamilton finishes third. And then I think Max Verstappen finishes fourth. And then my prediction was Gasly fifth. I'm changing that. There's no way Gasly's finishing fifth. We might get Hulkenberg fifth. That'd be cool. Lando Norris has been way off it. He had a problem with his gearbox in FP1. He was a second slower than Piastri in FP2. And in FP3 he's well off the pace as well. So I don't know what's going on with that McLaren of Norris. But he seems to be way behind Piastri. Lifetime is still not available. We will have that in the next 5 or so minutes. So Auxilla's got his prediction in. Thank you very much for your super chat, Auxilla. Auxilla says, I think without the Macarena wing, Ferrari will be behind Piastri, who will take pole. I actually think Piastri has shown himself to be quick over a lap, hasn't he? Here. He's not been far off. He's been there or thereabouts. The real question is, why is Piastri so much quicker than... Like, what's happened to Norris? Emily, that was my second favourite race from last season. Which one? You talking about Las Vegas? Gisette wants to go to Austin, but now some friends have moved to Vegas. So might freeload on them. Gisette, absolutely. Absolutely. You got a sofa surf. Jump into their house. Get to the Las Vegas Grand Prix. It looked brilliant. Gisette says Norris is dealing with imposter syndrome. Yeah, Auxilla home race uplift. Exactly. Piastri's got... There's a Piastri stand right opposite the McLaren garage. Apparently they sold it out. Manchir, any word on Kimi's car? Not yet. I will be fascinated if that car gets out to qualify. That would be a tremendous piece of work from those mechanics to get that car ready. If they do, fair enough. Yes, Nage. 15 minutes. Yeah, 15 minutes. Let's go. I think there's a delay though. There might be a few minutes delay, but we're getting ready. So Nage is saying Leclerc on top. I've got Leclerc to win the race tomorrow. Gisette said they just showed Mercedes working on the car. Yeah, I mean they are. 15 minutes. They better TikTok. Waylon, it's here. The brandy in hand. I'm not having another one though. Two's enough, or I'll be all over the place. Yeah. I stayed awake, Waylon, since FP3. I stayed awake. I watched the F2. I watched a bit of the F2 actually. Yeah, Williams are not doing good. Williams, as we all know, my favourite phrase when things aren't going well, Williams look like a bag of spanners. That car looks like a bag of spanners. Not handling well at all. Have we got data yet? We haven't got the live track yet. Yeah, Gisette says Mercedes slipped $1 to delay as they fix the car. Maybe. Can you imagine? I mean, some sort of shenanigans. I think they need longer though. I think that car's an overnight job. It's a few hours because if there's something wrong with the battery, James Vowles was saying in FP3 that a battery replacement in these cars is 3 hours. Auxilla says Kimi will start in the pit lane and still be Aston to turn 1. If Kimi starts in the pit lane, I still think Kimi gets to the point. Honestly, if Kimi starts in the pit lane, I still think he gets points for Mercedes in Melbourne. That's what I think. I don't know. The Aston Martin's a whole different story, isn't it, Auxilla? Will they even get to the grid? If they get to the grid, because they've got to get through qualifying without damaging their only batteries that are in the car. They've got 2 batteries left and they're in the car. We know the vibrations haven't necessarily... Well, we know they haven't been solved. So... I can't see either Aston Martin finishing the race. I think it'd be good if they start the race, but I just... qualifying's going to be a test, isn't it? Oh, that's what Sulo's pole prediction yesterday with the 118.7. Yeah, I think it's going to be in the 118s. Waylon, we all know the drivers aren't the problem with Williams. Exactly. No, the drivers are not the problem. Absolutely not. And do you know what's really strange? James Vowles, before we saw the 26 Williams car, he said this is the best car he's been involved with at Williams. That you know, he's so proud of the engineers, what's gone into this car. He believes it's the best one he's ever made. I don't think so. It's a bag of spanners. And it's only because Aston Martin are worse why no one's really putting the attention on you, Volsey. Kyle Melson, 118.2. It's a good... I think you're going to be close with that, Kyle. All right, we've got track. Let me flick over to our track and timing. There we go. We're in. We are in. Let me just see if I can make this a little... Okay. So, let me take you around the screen. If you are brand new to our watch alongs here at F1 Grandstand, track below me, you will see all the cars on track going round the track in real time. You will get all the data you could possibly want on the right-hand side of your screen. You'll see all the drivers, what tyre they're on, how many laps those tyres have done, their last lap time, their best lap time, the gap between first and any other position. Plus, you've got sector 1, 2, and 3, the mini sectors as well, which can tell you, they give you all the colours for the driver. So if they're yellow, it means the driver's not improved. If they're green, it means the driver has done his personal best. And if they're purple, baby, it's the fastest times of all. Then you can see what gear each driver is in at any time and the revs that that engine is doing and the speed that car is doing. You couldn't ask for more data. We've got everything. Obviously, no one's on track just yet, but we are nearly there. Zkev says, I wonder who Vols will blame this season. They don't use Excel spreadsheets to build it anymore. Well, that's true. I don't know. I mean, the book's got to stop with the boss, right? Sema says, Aston Martin, what a shit show. Perfect terminology for it. Gisette says, showing Mercedes, Kimi Antonelli paddock, and it's blocked with all the black walls. Did you see the car coming back into the pits, Gisette? They brought the car back to the pits in a body bag. Fully covered. That damaged Kimi Antonelli car in a body bag into the garage. The blackboards went up, so no one could see in. And that is what it is. Chef saying Leclerc, Piastri, Hamilton. Ooh. So I've got Leclerc, Russell, Hamilton. But I think Russell gets... I think Russell qualifies P1. But Leclerc is brilliant in qualifying. That's why I had him. I don't know. I think the top three, I think, for the race and qualifying maybe, is going to be Leclerc, Russell, and Hamilton for me. Cedric's in agreement. I'd love to see Hamilton get a pole. Like truthfully, like that would be genuinely exciting for me, exciting for Ferrari. I would love to see Hamilton get a pole. So Motor659 says, sounds like Merc have the back half of Kimi's car together, but not the front end. Of course, Ted Kravitz, check, cleared, and he's doing all he can to spin it. Well, I saw before Kimi Antonelli's car got back to the garage, the mechanics were already building a whole new rear end to put on that car. So Kev, at the start, I want to see Hamilton in the top 3. I think if you've seen the way that Ferrari starts, Hamilton could start P7 and still get to P1 turn 1. Yeah, Semmers. Yeah, just seeing a Ferrari on pole will be amazing. Yeah, exactly. I think you know, it's okay if you've been a Ferrari fan for the last 18 years and you know not really been able to get too excited many times. I think it's great that this season and I think the big thing is how they finished last season was so poor, really. To come into this season like this, I think it's very good. Wayne says, I was talking to my friend at work about F1 and the current rules. I said, if the FIA wants smaller engines, then just go with 3-litre supercharged V60s, no batteries. I think what it is, the engine conversation never ends. Never ends. If you've ever seen Formula 1 with V10s and V12s back in the day, turbocharged V10s, turbocharged V8s, naturally aspirated V10s, naturally aspirated V8s, etc., etc. You know, we've seen all of these glory years in Formula 1, but right now, with the way things are, I actually think the sweet spot, and Toto Wolff is in agreement with this, the sweet spot, I think, is a V8 with sustainable fuels. No battery. Turbos, yes. Turbocharged V8s, sustainable fuels. I think that's a sweet spot. I think Max Verstappen agrees that's a sweet spot. I think Toto Wolff agrees that is the sweet spot. And hopefully we'll get back there. That's the rumour anyway. The rumour is by 2031 that could be the case. And with regards to the hybrid systems, I honestly think it comes down to the EU. Hear me out. When the EU decide to stop pushing electric vehicles on people and sort of realise that perhaps they're not quite as green as they thought, and if that initiative stops, I think Formula 1 quite quickly goes back to combustion engines. But we can't argue that hybrid technology, like true hybrid, like that we see in, you know, Lamborghini Revuelto or Ferrari SF90 or, you know, road cars, the Ferrari 296, you know, etc., etc. Like the hybrid technology to enhance the combustion engine, which doesn't require any battery management, I think that's okay. That's possibly okay. But like Wayland says, naturally aspirated is my personal favourite. Yeah, so naturally aspirated V8s are awesome. Naturally aspirated V12s are better. She said you don't like the announcers on Apple. Yeah, because Apple have got the rights now, haven't they, in America? Apple. Yeah, Apple have got the rights over there. I thought it used to be ESPN, didn't it? Yeah, supercharged V8 for the pure sound. Yeah, I think that's the thing that fans like. It's not just otherwise we'd all be watching Formula E. It's like we like the visceral noise of a Formula 1 car. Like, I've never been to a NASCAR event, but I could imagine that going to watch NASCAR live is freaking awesome. Because they all run V8s, don't they? Yeah, Sema likes the rev range that you get from a naturally aspirated engine. Zkev says the V10 sound was pure porn. Yeah, the V10s did sound awesome. Yeah, but that's part of it with Formula One, though. Like, oh, it's coming. We're on. 4 minutes. 4 minutes till we get to see who's really been sandbagging. What pace has that Ferrari really got? What pace has that Mercedes really got? I'm so excited. Have Mercedes been sandbagging? I think the evidence is already there, though, after George Russell's FP3. But the sound is such a massive part of the feeling and the emotion in Formula One. But yes, here we go, guys. Here we go. Oh, do you know what? Like Chef and Sema and Gisette and everyone who's been with us like through the off season, Kyle, DT, like everybody, Sulu, like we've been waiting for this. We've been doing news shows every night pretty much since December. And it's building up to these moments, to the first Grand Prix, right? This is it, the Divine Icons. We are so back. Yes, we are. This is what it's all been building up to. I'm honestly, I'm so excited for this. Yeah, so you can't get the so it's hard to get F1 in America, F1 TV. So Auxilla says, I put my money where my mouth is on Oscar in the prediction markets. Did you? Yeah, exactly. Well, listen, Oscar, it'd be good for him. It would be good for Oscar to win this one. Yes, Brick by Frank. Here we go. Iran, 400,000 people fell in love with the Hendrick NASCAR at Le Mans a few years ago. Oh, I love that car. Purely by the sound of that monster roaring around. It was epic. That NASCAR that they turned into a Le Mans car. I did see a documentary on that. It was unbelievable. And yeah, it did sound epic. Absolutely brilliant. That's right, Waylon. This is where we see the truth. Right? Kimi Antonelli's car. I don't know. They're letting us see in the garage. It still looks in bits to me. Mechanics working really hard. Toto Wolff's observing the build of Kimi Antonelli's car. I mean, they might. I don't know. They're trying to get him out on track in Q1. I mean, if they could get him out to just get a lap in, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, old guy chat. I heard the F1 cars from back in the day, and boom. Yeah, nothing like these V6s. It's true. I do think there's an improvement in sound this year to last year. Yes, Kyle. Gentlemen, start your engines and charge your batteries. Yes, Kyle. Yes, Kyle. Waylon says, Rick Hendrick is a legend. He provided all tri-cars for the Days of Thunder film too, if anyone didn't know. I did not know that. Days of Thunder. Rubbins Racing. Yeah, brilliant. Cole Trickle. Can anyone remember? Can anyone? I've asked this question in the chat before. Little bit of trivia. Cole Trickle was the NASCAR driver played by Tom Cruise in Days of Thunder. Can you remember his teammate that replaced him when he had his accident? Who came in to race in Cole Trickle's car in Days of Thunder? Can you remember the character's name and the actor? Here we go. They're going out on track. This is it. Ah, Chef says Ricky Bobby. Nope. that was Talladega Nights. Chef. So, as you can see, look at the screen right now. This is a good chance if you've only just joined us and you don't know what the data is on the screen. If you look next to Hulkenberg right now, you'll see the different colour mini sectors. That tells you those purple dashes mean he was fastest of all in that mini sector. The green mini sectors tell you that this is his personal best lap. The blue mini sector tells you it's an out lap from the pits. And you can see he's on soft tyres. Here we go. 16 and a half minutes of Q1. Hello, Nuing Dong. Hola from Rancho Santa Margarita, California. What a great place to be from. Excellent. Santa Margarita. Are you having a margarita? Hope the sun's out. Are you having a little margarita? I have. This is a very late night / early morning. 5 a.m. I've gone all the way through. I've gone all the way through. Yes, Zikev. He's got it right. First to answer. Russ Wheeler, Kerry Elwes. Exactly. Russ Wheeler. Yes, Waylon, Russ Wheeler. Gisette, Hamilton better get out of Q1. Thank you for your super chat. Hamilton, look, don't jinx him. He's going to get out of Q1. Gisette, I believe. Yeah, that's from Wayne Towers. It was Robin Hood, Men in Tights, who replaced him. Yeah, Kerry Elwes was him as well. Yes. The Kev watched Days of Thunder on Thursday on YouTube. Great. So, Nijong, watching my son's Friday night soccer match. This dream, having a cold one. Life is good. I love that. I absolutely love that. Got a soccer game. You got a little bit of Formula One and a beer in hand. Oh, you couldn't ask for much more than that, buddy. Auxilla, masks off. Let's freaking go. Let's see who's quick. Everyone going to just try and make a little bit of clean air for themselves, I'm thinking right now. So Russell's already in the pits. Came out for an outlap, back in the pits. Maybe a problem. Waylon, love your movie knowledge, and you're absolutely right. Data Thunder was directed by Tony Scott, brother of Ridley Scott. And Tony Scott directed Top Gun as well. Another Tom Cruise film. Yeah, he did. And Ridley Scott also directed Alien. Or Aliens. All of them, maybe. Alien. The classic. So, Behrman at the top with a 121.4 at the moment. Lindblad at the top of the chart. Lawson. We're going to see this change very quickly. 13 minutes. Lindblad and Lawson near the top. Like I said, Lawson cannot let Lindblad out-qualify him today. That rookie, Lindblad, he is quick over a lap, but Lawson, it is not a good look for Lawson to be behind that rookie in his first season. That is not a good look. So Lawson does need to improve. 13 minutes. These positions are going to be changing rapidly. But you can tell from the data on the screen who is on a hot lap. Piastri's gone fastest of all. On a 120.5. Hamilton's up there with his fastest lap of Q1 with a 120.8. 0.3 behind Piastri. Will that be quick enough to get through to Q2? Don't think so. Although Hamilton's on the medium tyre. Bortoletto and the Audi's gone fastest. How about that? Audi showing some pace. Further down the grid, obviously, the Alpines are still slow. Alonso, 2.5 seconds at the moment behind Bortoletto's time. So what we're looking at here from Aston Martin's point of view, will they qualify? Will they will they put a time on the board that is within 107% of the fastest time in Q1? I believe they will. Alonso is only 2.5 seconds off the pace, well within 107%. Yeah, Norris, I can see, who said that? Yeah, Zikev, Norris not finding it easy. Yes, Gisette, great bit of movie knowledge. Ridley did Gladiator. Oh, Aliens was James Cameron, but Alien was Ridley Scott. Alien, I have to say, Aliens was probably... Alien was great, but Aliens was probably better. If I had to choose between the two movies. So we've got Russell out on a quick lap. Russell's gone P1 with a 119. First person to get into the 119s in Q1. If you are watching for the first time, do smash a like on the video. It makes a big difference to the channel. So if you are watching, smash a like on the video. And also, get in the chat. Say hello. Tell us where you're watching from. Get involved. The best community in Formula One. I promise you that. Come and say hello. Everyone's super friendly. So if you are watching right now and you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to the channel. Click the bell all icon so that way you get notified of all of our content. It's not just watch-alongs. We have daily news shows and lots more. So check out the channel. Subscribe and get in the chat and say hello. Tell us where you are viewing from right now. Russell, though, first one in to break 120. Sam is obviously in. Sam is in Melbourne. He's right there. Hadjar's gone P2. 6/10 though, still behind Russell. Russell's showing he's still showing that pace. Yes, Toasty, I see you. Wayne Tower says, are Aston just going to run one car with Alonso? I don't think that's the case. Why would, unless there's a problem, unless Stroll damaged that battery in FP3, the only reason why Stroll wouldn't come out, I think if there's a problem maybe, unless they're going to start him from the back of the grid. Gene Beam from the Caribbean. Brilliant. Brit by Frank. Orlando, Florida. Gene Bean. Jamaica, baby. Love it. Yeah, Kev says, why are Ferrari doing this medium thing? Are they trying to get us raging? I think it's just managing the tyres they have available. So I think they'll be out on mediums, but the mediums, they'll still go through to Q2. They'll put the softs on in Q2, right? Save it for Q3. Lindblad's that's a good time from Lindblad. He's 6/10 behind Russell. Racing Bull's performing far better than I thought. And here's the kicker. You know, the Red Bull needs to beat the Racing Bulls, doesn't it? We can't have another situation like last year where the Racing Bulls were splitting up the two Red Bull drivers. Motor659 says Alonso's going to destroy that car on purpose so he spends the least amount of time in it. Alonso doesn't look very happy, I must say, when you see him wandering around. So Hamilton, that's a good time, right? Hamilton is 6/10 behind Russell on the medium tyre. Piastri's gone up to P2. I mean, Hamilton's only a 10.5 behind Piastri, but Hamilton on the medium tyre. Leclerc on the medium tyre. Hamilton and Leclerc's gone P2. Oh, we got an off. Max Verstappen's crashed the Red Bull. Breaking news. That is the end of Max Verstappen's qualifying. He has put the car in the wall. Verstappen causing a red flag. Clock is stopped. It was quite a big hit, that. Quite a big hit. Quite a big hit. I think he's okay. He's not out of the car yet. So Max trying to keep that car alive. No, he's out. He's getting out of the car. So we're just watching it now. It's coming down the main straight. Past the start-finish line. Coming down. Turn one. That's a very weird one. Coming into turn one. He's on the brakes. Yeah, I don't think that's Max's fault. That's a mechanical error. He's hit the brakes. Lock the rear axle. I don't think, I'm not sure. Yeah, clipping lockup. Yeah, I don't think that was Max's fault. So Max said on the radio, yeah, the car just locked the rear axles. I don't think that was a Max fault. It's a brake issue on that Red Bull. Wow. Okay. I had Max P4 for the race. Do you know what? Max could still get P4. It's Max Verstappen. All things are changing now. The race, yeah, toasty. This race is going to be carnage. It is going to be carnage. Yeah, it wasn't Max's fault, old guy chat. Yeah, I agree. It was definitely a technical problem. And he's hurt his wrist as well, Sema. He's hurt his wrist, has he? It was a big hit. You know, it was a big hit. Yeah, Sema says, I haven't seen Max crash in a long time. Well, when was it? I can't remember the last time I saw him crash either. But yeah, that would have been quite a painful one, I'm sure. Just a glimpse of this whole new season. Peter Arnold said, looks the same as the Stroll incident in Bahrain. He's got on the back of a motorcycle to get back to the pit. Thane says, Max is cursed in Australia. It was a big hit, that. It really was. Lindblad putting in some good times, though. P4 in the Racing Bull. In the V-Carb. Just 6/10 slower than Russell. Faster than Hadjar. That's the key takeaway. Look at Lindblad, P4. Hadjar, P6. Where's Lawson? Down in P12. In the danger zone. So there's going to be 7 minutes 30 to run in Q1 once they've cleared Max's car and we resume racing again. Red flag conditions at the moment. Yeah, Triplex says Max should just start from the pit lane and get an entire engine already. He likes to do that. Is that Kimi Antonelli's car? Kimi Antonelli's car looks like it might be... This is good for Kimi Antonelli's mechanics, because whilst all this is going on, the clock is stopped for Q1 for 7 minutes 30 left. Can they get Kimi Antonelli out on track? This, you know, this could work for Kimi Antonelli. Yeah, Sema, damn, I might be getting the vodka out. Yes, let's go, Sema. It's time. Yeah, Motor 659. Max bought Kimi time, exactly. The divine icons. Ferrari seem confident, which I like. Whoa, that is a big hit from Max. It did. The gravel did slow him down a bit, but they're trying to work out what happened, Max. That is such a weird incident for Max. Zikev says, Grey Goose has been giving me eyes this week. Yeah. You know me, I've already had a brandy and Diet Coke. Yeah, Peter Arnold said this is already more interesting than all the qualifying from last season. Kimi Antonelli. They fixed his car. He's trying to get in the queue. He's trying to get out. Wow. What? The Mercedes mechanics have rebuilt Kimi Antonelli's car. That's unbelievable. He's going out to qualify in Q1. What an incredible effort from those mechanics. Did you see Kimi's car? So, session restart in 2 minutes. Hey, Gemma. Gemma in the chat, Ford EcoBoost. Ford the Red Bull Ford powertrain. Oh, Motor 659. This could be Lance's only time to out-qualify Max if he can get out there. I think Stroll's going to get out there. Maybe. Yeah, no Sneffs. Neffit said, this battery charging is the most stupid thing implemented in any race car series ever. I agree. I don't like it. I don't think anybody likes it. Max hates it. You know, because here's the other thing. He was going down to turn 1. If part of that accident was because he was having to I don't think it was. It was a lockup, but super clipping. If all of that is connected to Max's accident there, we don't need it. I think that's a remarkable job, though, for Kimi Antonelli's mechanics to get that Mercedes out on track in Q1 is remarkable. Crystal's like, go Kimi. Yeah. Kimi's got some fans. I wonder how he will feel, though, because it was quite a big accident. I mean, he's got to really... like we say, he's got to really find his confidence and be brave now after an accident like that. He's got to be as confident as he can. This is Q1. Yeah, we've still got Q2 and Q3 to come, Chef. Plenty of time for this to get even more exciting. We're just in Q1. And right now, who's in the danger zone? Stroll, Sainz, Antonelli, Verstappen, Bottas, Perez. So, with the new, because obviously Cadillac are now on the grid and there's 22 cars, we lose 6 cars at the end of Q1. The slowest 6 cars we lose. And then the same in Q2. We lose the slowest 6 cars. And going into Q3, we'll have 10 cars for the shootout. Thane, you are more negative than Leclerc. I'm not negative. I'm a believer. Thane. I'm a believer. Well, to be fair, I didn't believe they were going to get Kimi Antonelli's car out on track. I didn't think that. So maybe I am a bit negative. I didn't think they would get him out. I didn't. I'm so impressed with what the mechanics have done there. Because I saw the car in FP3. We watched it together. It was a mess. Yes, a Polydactyl says, I think Toto would have really helped Kimi get a good mindset. I think so. I actually think the relationship with Toto and Kimi is quite a special one. I do. I do think that. Extra minute in Q3. So we've got 6 minutes. This is the business end now of Q1. Colapinto. So currently, Alonso is actually P16, which would mean if it stayed like that, Aston Martin would get to Q2. I'd be surprised if that's the case. Yeah. I mean, Alonso might make it through to Q2 if Cadillac car don't improve. Verstappen's now out. Antonelli is back out on track though, so I'm quite sure he'll do a lap quicker than Alonso's. And then we've got the Williams of Sainz not making an appearance and Stroll not making an appearance. But Lindblad up in P4, very, very impressive. You know, that turn 9, that super clipping is so annoying. When you watch Lindblad on his lap now, coming around turn 9, you just almost feel the reduction in speed going around turn 9. It's so frustrating. And if you are watching, welcome to F1 Grandstand. Get in the chat, say hello. Really friendly community. Tell us where you're watching from. We are at the business end right now. Qualifying. It's all happening. So make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It makes a big difference to the success of the channel, but also for you, because we don't just do watch-alongs. We do daily live news shows as well. Check out the channel. Loads of content on there for you. Come and join the community. But when you do subscribe, make sure you get the bell all icon ticked so you don't miss any of the content. And that way you get to choose what content you engage with. And if you are watching right now, smash a like on the video. Let's see how many likes we can get on this video. If you are a Formula One fan and you are as excited as I am about qualifying and the Melbourne Grand Prix, smash a like on the video. So, Russell still in P1. Lawson down in the 120s now. Lindblad still, though, you know, 2/10. Hamilton's gone fastest on the medium tyre. Watching Sydney, Australia, Polydactyl, brilliant. Stemmer, one of our OGs, gets up every morning 7:30 and watches our live stream from the when we're 7:30 in the UK. Semmer's up with his coffee. Hyper noise, no Stroll in the GP. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it if he doesn't get out. He's not. I don't know what's going on. I'd guess it's a batch issue. Piastri goes fastest in his home Grand Prix. Russell goes faster. Wow, this is what we're going to see now. We're going to see a lot of changes at the top. Lindblad slept just down to 6th now. How is Bortoletto top 10, P9, Hulkenberg P12. Audi's definitely looking good for a Q2 appearance, maybe even Q3. Alonso still hanging on to Q2 by the skin of his teeth. Colapinto not looking good though. Gasly P14. Alpine not looking like a good package at all. Hypernoise, this is a lot closer than I thought. It is. It is close to the top. Norris struggling though. Norris way behind his teammate. 8/10 behind his teammate. Piastri just getting more out of that McLaren than Norris at the moment. Lindblad getting more out of that Racing Bull than Lawson at the moment. Hamilton getting more out of the Ferrari than Leclerc at the moment. Norris has gone quicker. He has improved to P4. splitting the Ferraris and the Mercedes. 1 minute left of Q1. I can't believe Alonso is hanging on in the Aston Martin by the skin of his teeth to get through to Q2. So currently the danger at risk of elimination, Colapinto, Perez, Bottas, Verstappen's out, Sainz not on track, Stroll not on track. So it's really down to Cadillac. Can they improve their times? Gisette says, like the plot in the F1 movie. Yeah, but this is real, baby. This is real life, the real drama. I love the F1 movie, though. I actually liked it. So Hadjar puts that Red Bull on P5. So Hadjar flying the flag for Red Bull right now. Faster than Lindblad, faster than Lawson. Lindblad and Lawson very close together now. Under a tenth between them. Can Perez improve on that time? No. Perez could not improve on that time. Alonso still holding on to 16th. This is remarkable. I would have bet against Aston Martin making it through to Q2. That's remarkable. Formula Street shenanigans. Remember Charles saying Lewis was just super excited. Yes, exactly. Well, look at him go. Hamilton, baby. Both Ferraris, obviously, getting through to Q1. Getting through to Q2. Very pleased. As expected, the Mercedes, Ferrari, the McLarens have done better in Q1 than I expected. I thought they'd be in the top 10, maybe 7th or 8th, but Piastri showing some nice pace there. But you got to look. Ferraris are on the medium tyre. Everyone else on the softs. We will see the Ferrari on the softs in Q2 coming up. So yeah, it's all going on. Colapinto, did he improve? He did. Colapinto's improved to P15. That means Alonso is out in Q1. So we've lost Alonso, Perez, Bottas, Verstappen, Sainz and Stroll didn't make it out on track. Behrman squeaking through P16 in the Haas. Squeaked through to Q2. Ocon comfortably through to Q2 and P11. Those Audis, Bortoletto P10, Hulkenberg P12. The Alpines 14 and 15. To be fair, the Alpine, is it 2025 again with Alpine? Yes, Neil, welcome to the chat. It's still Q1. Just finished. Cars back in the pits. About to go through to Q2. Kimi Antonelli, after that big shunt, putting that Mercedes P6 safely through to Q2. Hats off to Mercedes for building his car. And also, well done to Kimi Antonelli for just jumping back in the car and racing. It's quite a big shunt. Oh, not much in it though. And again, I have to reiterate, the Ferraris were on the medium tyre. Let's see what they can do on the softs in Q2. Yeah, Nizzy Priddle, exactly. It's good night. I think we can see Ferrari 1-2. Yes, good night. I've got Ferrari finishing both Ferraris on the podium for me tomorrow. Both Ferraris on the podium. So do me a favour, if you're watching the stream right now, you are very welcome and we're so glad to have you with us. Jump in the chat, say hello just before we get into Q2. Tell us where you're watching from. Best F1 community on the internet. All in this chat. Get in the chat, say hello. And also, before you do that, if you're watching right now, please hit the thumbs up, the like button on the video. It makes a big difference to the success of the stream and the channel. Very much appreciated. And if you are watching, if you're one of the 350 people watching right now and haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you do it. We don't just do watch-alongs. We do news, daily news, all sorts of stuff. Go and check out the channel, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell all icon as well behind the subscribe button so you don't miss any of our content. Thank you so much. But you're all very, very welcome here. What a great Q1. Exciting. So, Racing Bulls looking stronger than I thought, actually. I would have put Audi at the top of the best of the rest. And at the moment, Racing Bulls firmly taking that position, 8th and 9th in Q1. 10th, though, is still respectable for Bortoleto. Haas do seem to be a little bit behind the pace of Audi. But Racing Bulls quicker than we thought. Yes. Nos Nefets. Are the softs worth another 4/10? Yes. Yep. Yeah. More, I'd say. More than 4/10. Yes, Wayne Blake. Howdy, fellow Insomniacs from... You're near me, Wayne. You're near me. You're up the road. Yes, buddy. I've been up all night, Wayne. I didn't get any sleep between FP3 and qualifying. Yes, Vangalis. Hello from Greece. I love Greece. I was in Greece last year for my holiday. One of my favourite places. I love it. The food. Oh, Greek food. Love it. Souvlaki. Ah, oh, gorgeous. Sydney, Australia. I would love to go to Sydney, Australia. See, Kev, Chandler's worth it, and the chat is great. Yes, Kev. Thank you, buddy. 100%. Listen to Kev. He knows what he's talking about. Thanks for your super chat, Kev. Get involved. James Stucker. Sorry, NASCAR is so much better than boring F1. Well, I think they're trying to... The thing is about F1 is... It's a bit nuanced. Like... When the racing's good, it's unbelievable. I get why, if you're a NASCAR fan, why F1 might seem, maybe less overtakes, less action. But they're working really hard to try and change it. I love F1. I've always loved F1. I agree, some years are better than others for racing. And I'm not sure these new regulations are going to solve the overtake problem yet. I hope they do. But I do get why NASCAR is so popular in the States. The roar of the V8s, the vibe. I get it. Although, there's not as many corners. The thing about NASCAR is, there's not as many corners. Is there? Yeah, Sung Moop. Well, listen. This is a great community. Maybe you give F1 a chance. You've not liked it in the past. You stick around. You get involved. You sort of immerse yourself in the world of F1, especially in a community like this. And then, you might find you can enjoy both series. The Divine Cons. NASCAR's for simpletons. That's why it's popular. Come on. Keep it respectful in the chat. NASCAR is built for combat. I mean, look, I get that motorsport fans like motorsport and they get different things from different series. But Formula One, it's not just the racing, it's the engineering, there's a lot more, the whole sort of drama in Formula One. Gisette, the movie's why I'm addicted to F1. That movie has done a lot for Formula One, Gisette. I think it has, especially in America. Right? I think it's opened up a whole new world of fans. Yeah, and I should imagine NASCAR is a lot more technical than you think. Good night. It's like if you don't know the sport, and it's easy to just say something from the outside. But once you've immersed yourself into it and you start to understand everything that goes on, you either fall in love with it or you realise it's not for you. And I think a lot of people have fallen in love with Formula One over recent times. Q2, they're coming out right now. Rashinka. Q2 is on its way. They're out. Hamilton's out. So we've got Watson and Dove says Aussie V8 supercars are the best at the moment. I just love I love V8s. I don't mind myself an American muscle car. You know, like what was it? Like, was it a Camaro SS and all of those sort of American muscle cars from the 70s? Chargers. I like those. I think they're cool. Pete Sport, love to go to NASCAR race. A corn dog and a 6-pack of beers. Now that's the thing I would like, Pete Sport. That's what I would like, Pete Sport. I like the vibe of NASCAR. I feel like if you go to a NASCAR event, it's like very inclusive. It's a real party. Everyone's having a beer, corn dogs, sun's out, you know, and everyone's having a good time. So I do like the idea of that. And the noise, yeah, it's a vibe. So Martin Brundle agreeing with me on the chat, saying about how Arvid Lindblad's looking very, very comfortable in that Racing Bulls F1 car. So if you have just joined us, let me take you around the screen below us. We've got the track. You can see every car out in real time go around the track. Where you see the little green dashes across the track, they are active aero zones. When you look at the data on your screen, you've got all the drivers, the tyres are on, laps they've completed, their last lap, their best lap, the gap between first and everyone. And also you've got sector 1, 2 and 3. Look out for the colours of those sectors. Where you see a green, it's a driver's personal best. Where you see a purple, it's the fastest time of all. Then you can see what gear that car is in, and you can see the RPM the engines are doing, plus the top, just the speed of the car. Leclerc currently at the top. Well, the Ferraris are out on their soft tyres now, so we should start seeing these times tumble. We should be in the 119s, actually. I would expect the Ferraris on the softs to definitely be getting down in the 119s. So 11 minutes. Behrman and Ocon. Oh, yeah, but they're 16 seconds. They've got a 16-second gap. Yeah. Okay, Antonelli looks like he's going fastest. You can see the little purple sector times on next to Antonelli's name on that data in front of you. You can see Antonelli is looking like he's on for a good lap here. Purple and green. Green means it's his personal best. Purple means fastest of all on track. Russell's on a quick lap as well. He's gone fastest of all in sector 1. Fastest of all in sector 2. Antonelli's gone P1, but I'm pretty sure that Russell is about to top that time. Good night says Ollie beats Ocon this year. I agree with you 100%. Toasty says this super clipping is horrible. Yes. Can I get a hell yes for that? It is. It's awful. Super clipping is bloody awful. There you go. Russell with a 1:18.9. He's broken the 1:19 barrier. Wow. Okay. Good. That's looking good for Mercedes. I mean, that's not a bad lap from Russell in the Mercedes. Not a bad lap at all. I hope you're enjoying Q2 as much as I am. 10 minutes left. And at the moment, the business end, Russell and Antonelli, Mercedes showing that they were possibly sandbagging all this time. And they do have that extra power. Hamilton, though, check out Hamilton's time. Hamilton's on a decent lap, I think. Russell still P1. Piastri in his home Grand Prix. P2 at the moment, just 6.5 tenths behind Russell. Piastri has been taking Norris to school all weekend. Norris just not been able to get the pace out of the McLaren that Piastri has. Why is that? Home advantage? Or maybe Piastri's come into this season with a slightly different mindset. I do think Piastri is a very, very good driver. That's so weird. Hamilton was on a quick lap and then they brought him into the pits. Why did they do that? Tosi says, I reckon Kimi might outshine George this season. Well, I think it's possible. James Trucker, yeah, they do need some American drivers and it would be more popular in the US. I agree with that. But you are going to get some American drivers. Colton Hertz has come over from IndyCar to drive in F2 to get his required super license. He will be a Cadillac driver of the future, I'm sure. I'm sure they've already earmarked him. I think also Jack Crawford in the reserve driver role at Aston Martin. These are your American drivers who will be on the grid in F1 in the next couple of years. So they will have that. Cadillac want an all-American team, and they'll have it. They're going to have an all-American. They're going to have a power unit by 2029 instead of that Ferrari power unit. Yeah, but Hamilton was on a hot lap when they brought him in. He's sitting in the danger zone at the moment. Right now, Gasly, Behrman, Hülkenberg, Colapinto, Albon, Hamilton, all at risk in the elimination zone at the moment. I can see lots of new people just join the stream. If you are watching right now, you are in the right place if you're a Formula One fan. Not only do we have these watch-alongs for every single Grand Prix and every single part of the Grand Prix from practice, qualifying, but we also have daily news. So do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you've got the bell or icon ticked so you can control which pieces of content you interact with. And if you're watching right now, let's see if we can get to 100 likes. Smash a like on the video. Especially if you're a Formula One fan and you're as excited about the Melbourne Grand Prix as I am, do quickly hit that thumbs up button on the video. Much appreciated. It makes a big difference to the success of the channel. All your help is appreciated. I promise you that. Gemma, loving seeing this many people watching. It's so cool, isn't it? It's so cool. Everyone's on there. So many new faces in the chat. Get in the chat. Say hello. Tell us where you're watching from. Tell us who you think's good, who you're a fan of. Tell us your predictions. Who you think's going to win in Melbourne? Who do you think's going to get pole? Get in the chat. The best F1 community, I promise you that, on the internet. George Russell right now, 5.5 minutes left to go. Russell at the top. Piastri, second. Antonelli, fantastic job they did rebuilding that Mercedes to get him back out there. It looked like he was going to be starting from the back or even from the pit lane. Got him out in Q1. Got him through to Q2. Yes, bruv. Shout out from Seattle. Let's go Ferrari. Yes. Tiradal, Piastri has shown over and over what a good driver he is. Could not agree more. Piastri's got better year on year. And I feel this year he's coming into the championship with more of an edge, with more of an attitude, with more of a, with more belief. I think he's a contender. And he did lead the way last year. He lost his way from Baku onwards. Maybe some interference from the team in some way. Maybe it was conscious or maybe it was subconscious, but there did seem to be some favouritism going on. Yes, Candyman. Hello from Trinidad and Tobago. Love that. Very cool. Very, very cool. Hope you're having a good time over there, sitting out in the sunshine in Trinidad. Hülkenberg. What's his last? Hülkenberg. Yes, you are right to point him out. Look next to Hülkenberg's name in the data. All those green mini sectors, that means he is on his personal best. These are personal best sectors when they're green. Purple means fastest of all. I think he's going to improve. He's definitely going to improve on this lap. Green again on mini sector for the Hulk. Number 14 in the Audi. Bortoletto in the other Audi is currently P9. Looking looking good for Q1. Well, it's looking possible for Q1. Q3, I should say. But Hulkenberg is on a lap here. This is a lap. Go on, Hulk. He's improved. He's gone faster than his teammate. He's gone up to P9. So both Audis in the top 10 currently. P9, P10 for Hulkenberg and Bortoleto. It'll be a fantastic achievement if Audi go through to Q3. Yes, Toasty. Hulk smash. It's honestly, Audi to get through to Q3 is remarkable if they do. Hamilton and Leclerc are dropping down that leaderboard, though. Oh, I'm gone out of focus. 2 secs. So I just have to very quickly tweak the camera. I was going in and out of focus. Yeah, so Russell, both Mercedes at the top. Piastri, Hadjar, Norris, Hamilton and Leclerc. I mean, they probably need to put in another lap here. I think they'll save to get through to Q3, but the Audis might improve. Both Racing Bulls look good for Q3. What a result that is for Lindblad, though. First Grand Prix through to Q3. Hamilton, 9/10 slower. Leclerc, 1.1 second off the pace of George Russell. These are pretty big margins. Leclerc on a quick lap. Can he improve? So everyone that's been talking about Mercedes sandbagging, I think they're absolutely correct. I think Mercedes have been sandbagging a little bit. They definitely have been sandbagging. We've been talking about it. They haven't wanted to show their true pace. You know, with a lot of talk about the compression ratio trick they've got with their engines. A lot of talk about their Petronas fuel being able to deliver an extra 20 horsepower. It looks like Mercedes do have the pace. And the Ferraris and the McLarens and probably the Red Bulls. Oh, the Ferraris, Leclerc has just put in a time. Still 4/10 off Russell, but he's gone P2. Decent time from Leclerc. Yes. The local Rex, greetings from just outside Atlanta. Yes, can't wait for the season either. Welcome to the chat, buddy. Giuseppe Piastri's grown up, no holds barred. Great super chat. Couldn't agree more. He has. Oh, definitely. Definitely. Piastri, I think, is coming of age. I think he's getting broader shoulders. He's getting more confident, and he's probably finding his voice and his confidence within that team. And I don't think Piastri will allow anybody to favour Norris if that was even a thought within McLaren. I think now Piastri's found his teeth, and I think we're going to see a very competitive Piastri this year. So, elimination zone right now. Hulkenberg, Behrman, Ocon, Gasly, Albon, Colapinto. They have to finish the laps they're on. Let's see, can anyone improve? Hulkenberg is out. Bortoleto still holding on to that final Q3 position. Only the Haas of Behrman or Ocon, I think, could change anything. I'm trying to see. So Ocon and Behrman, how do their times look? We don't see any. No, we can tell from the sectors on the data on the screen. They're all yellow. That means they've not improved on their previous time. Ocon's coming in the pits. Behrman will come in the pits. That means your Q3 is decided. Russell, Leclerc, Antonelli, Piastri, Hadjar, Norris, Hamilton, Lindblad. Congratulations, Lindblad. Lawson and Bortoleto will be your Q3 3. So both Ferraris through, both Mercedes through. Both Racing Bulls through. Only one Red Bull, as we saw, Max Verstappen had that pretty big accident going into turn 1. Starting at the back. But that you're right, Kev. Audi 10 and 11 is great for the team. Yes, it is. That's a big, it's a good result for Audi. And the fact that Bottas will just go through to Q3, excellent. TT Neon says, where do you think Cadillac will finish? I think Cadillac will be in front of Aston Martin. Yeah, Toti says, Bort smash. Yeah. Pete Sports says Hamilton needs to put the mediums back on. He did look quick on those mediums, didn't he? He was quick. Lindblad is the real deal, Chef says. He is looking fast. He is looking good. I can't argue with that. Lindblad is looking quick. For a rookie, first Grand Prix, one, to be quicker than his teammate, who's done a season and a half. You know, got all that F1 experience. So yeah, Lindblad's looking decent. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Bought stuck. No bought no. Yeah, it's Cedric says Hamilton and Leclerc feels like they don't need to be on the front row, so they set up the car for the race. Well, that's an interesting viewpoint, actually. That actually is quite interesting. I wonder whether it's a setup thing, and they're quite happy. And also, when you look at the Ferrari starts, Ferrari could start 6th and 7th and be P1 by turn 1. If you look at their starts in Bahrain, that Ferrari with the smaller turbo brings with it some advantages, and the starts are definitely one of them. Sema loves the wheels on the Racing Bulls. Yeah, I agree. Cozy Crocodile. What? You don't like the... Does Cozy Crocodile not like the wheels on the Racing Bulls? I like the wheels on the Racing Bulls. Oh, how is Max 20? Yeah, Max had an off, buddy. So, Cozy Crocodile, Max in Q1, going into turn 1, hit the brakes, rear axle locked up, that Red Bull span over the gravel trap, really quite quickly into the barriers, impossible to get to rejoin back on track and get the car back to the pits. That's Max's qualifying over. Thane's in agreement with the theory that Ferrari are set up for the race, and they're not compromising their race setup for quali pace. Random Bampot, realistically, Ferrari's best case will be jumping one row at the start at best. If one team has the row ahead locked out, they can just block. Well, I think the danger is Mercedes could be 1-2, couldn't they? Looking at this this pace in qualifying so far, we could see Mercedes 1-2 on the grid. Then it's up for grabs after that. Mercedes 1-2. We could see Leclerc, I think, is a master in qualifying. And I think we could see Leclerc on the front row or the second row. Hamilton could be up there as well. We could see Mercedes and Ferraris just row 1 and 2. I think Piastri will have something to say about it. I think Piastri, his home Grand Prix, is ready to go. Goodnight says, I would say P5, P4 for Ferrari. If they don't want front row, really, 3-4. I think around there is probably right. Motor 659. I know you're taking the piss out of me there. So, Motor 659 says Racing Bulls are so good because of their large air inlet. Obviously, it looks like an air conditioning unit. Their air intake. It looks hideous. I was taking the piss out of it when I first saw it. I was like, look at that. What are Racing Bulls doing? Look at the size of that. It looks like, honestly, it looks like a dustbin with a grid on it. It's huge. Seems to be working all right, though. Local Rex, I thought this season was great. That's why I couldn't turn it off and take my ass to bed. Well, yeah, this is it. We're really getting to see now. All the off season, we've been speculating, we've been talking. How's this going to play out? Who's going to be quick? How good is that Mercedes power unit? They've mastered a compression ratio trick, which means that they're probably getting a higher compression ratio at race temperatures. Are they going to be light years ahead of everybody else? Well, at the moment, first qualifying session, Russell's showing us that it is, that Mercedes is good, and that Mercedes car is strong. And should people be right to have complained about that compression ratio trick if they've been doing it? Well, I think Toto Wolff did the right thing by hiding it for so long. Oh, why are we delayed? Five-minute delay. Oh, Bortoletto broke down in the pit entry. Yeah, so Bortoletto stopped at the entrance of the pits. Right. Well, I hope he gets out for Q3 because he's earned it. Oh, TT Neon, 100%. Sainz going to be having nightmares of the Audi logo. Look what you could have won, Carlos. Look what you could have won. This could have been you. Yeah, I mean, the Williams is a bag of spanners. There's no doubt about it. Absolute bag of spanners. Piastri has his support team within McLaren. He does, and he's got his mate there now. Now Mark Webber's off the pit wall, which is his manager, and he's brought in Pedro Matus, I think his name is, which is his mate and also his old race engineer from F2 days. So he has got his personal support group around him as well, Piastri. Oh, so we are session start in 1 minute 20 seconds. This is it. This is it. Piastri's team must be good. I think so. I think Piastri's done a lot of work going into this season. I feel that Piastri's got a quiet confidence. Goodnight says, if Charles is behind Antonelli at the start, I think Antonelli fumbles the first corner. Or you think Antonelli doesn't like the pressure? Local Rex. To be honest, seeing Hulk in a competitive car is awesome. Couldn't agree more, buddy. Thank you so much for your super chat. Like the Hulk, I feel like he's had one of those careers where it's brilliant. He stayed in Formula One for 14 years, never won a race, got his first podium last year at Silverstone. Yet everyone unanimously say, Hulk, fast driver Hulk, his career's just been a really wacky turn of events. He's never really been in a top car. But yes, it is good. I'm glad. And Audi will deliver a top car within the next 2 years. 2 or 3 years, I'm sure of it. Well, certainly competitive. They want to win the World Championship by 2030. That's Audi's goal. Will they do it, though? That's the question. Will they do it? Peter Arnold says Audi might as well have some tyres for the race. 10th is good. Yeah, 10th is good for Audi. True. That's a good point. I would like to see Bortoletto go out and at least have a go. I would. Because I think there's maybe a bit more, I think there probably might even be a bit more pace in that Audi. So 12 minutes of Q3. Well, that's the question, Toasty. Is it worth going back out? I mean, I think that, I don't know. I think I see what you're saying. Really, are they going to put in a lap quicker than? Yeah, I mean, probably not. They don't need to go out. Random Bampot says 2030 is possible. It can and has been done by new teams on that time frame, but it isn't likely as such. The only team I know that's done it in 5 years was, well, in my generation was Red Bull did it. They took over, didn't they? Jaguar, Ford Jaguar, and within 5 years they'd won a world championship. But it's not quick. Formula One just doesn't work that way. Well, I say that. Then you look at Ross Brawn, who brings the Formula One team to the grid and wins the World Constructors and Driver Championship the first time of asking. So, yeah, it is possible. Unlikely though. Uran says, yeah, Hulkenberg, Mr. Consistent. Zikev says he wants Kimi to get pole. Yeah, you just want Kimi to get pole to piss off George Russell. Can you imagine George's face if Mercedes, both Mercedes are at the front, but one of them, Kimi Antonelli, gets pole? There we go. We're gonna see. Oh. Something's fallen off the car. They're going to have to red flag this until they clear it up. It's come off Kimi Antonelli's car. We've got a red flag. Parts falling off Kimi Antonelli's car. Which has caused a red flag. It looks like part of the air cooling. Yeah, it's all over the track. Yeah, bits of Kimi Antonelli's car falling off. Well, the mechanics did have to build that car within about 2 hours. I mean, obviously, that's not Kimi's fault. That's a team error. But there's debris on the track. You see Lando Norris going over, and if it's carbon fibre, you know, what's going to happen to his tyres? Oh, straight over it. So Lando Norris drove over a piece of the cooling duct that Kimi Antonelli's car left on the track. That could damage, and Norris, that could easily give you a puncture. So everyone's back in the pits now under this red flag. But what does this mean for Kimi Antonelli? Because is he going to get penalty for this? Yeah, had to be Lando. I don't think it's damaged Lando's car though. But the piece he ran over, it was actually there's quite a lot in it. There was battery. It's quite a heavy piece that they ran over. So you would think it could cause some damage. It wasn't just plastic. There's a battery in there, electronics in there. Well, Dane says Kimi should get a penalty. I mean, it's not actually Kimi's fault, is it? But the team might have got him a penalty for sure. Yes, chef. Dave Tringle. Yes, David. Good to see you in there, buddy. What time is it now? I can't. 6:05. Some of us have done an all-nighter, David. Some of us have done an all-nighter. Yeah, so Rajinska says, will Kimi get a penalty for this? I think there will be a penalty for him, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think he'll get a penalty. The local Rex, thank you very much for your super chat, buddy. Being American, I didn't need an American team to be a fan, but not gonna lie, it is awesome having Cadillac in. Haas doesn't count. Why does is that what everyone in America thinks? Haas doesn't count. Yeah, I mean Cadillac. I tell you what, Cadillac are so ambitious. Now they've set their target. Dan Tower is CEO at TWG. Plus Graham Loden, they have set a target of having their own power unit by 2029, and they will. Cadillac don't want a Ferrari engine. They'll take it for now, and they want their own General Motors Cadillac engine. They want a full American car, and I don't blame them. And I think they're going to do it, and they've come to win. They've not come to make up the numbers, but unfortunately, the first season in Formula One for Cadillac is going to be the hardest one. They will be running around at the back. Just got to get used to that. By the end of the season, if they're competing for a point or two, that is a very, very good season for a first season in Formula One. So you just got to stick with Cadillac over this season. Watch the rapid rate of development. And I think Cadillac coming to Formula One opens the door for Ford to come back into Formula One in a bigger way as a works team. And maybe because this AB team situation at Red Bull is not going to be allowed after 2029, I think Ford also come back into Formula One. Maybe they purchase Racing Bulls, and they still share the engine, obviously, with Red Bull. But then Ford have their own team as well. And then we get this almighty fight between Cadillac, Ford. I don't know. That's my prediction. That's what I think is going to happen. So Nosson Effect says 5 p.m. in Australia, so too bad I'll be staying up for the rest of the season. Exactly, yeah. For you, this is all right. I know. And for me, I only have to do a couple of these. I only have to do a few of these. China, Vegas. But yeah, you're right. There's a lot of the seasons in Europe. You're absolutely right. Young Finesse, brah, I want to sleep. You can't sleep yet. We'll restart in 1.5 minutes. Then there's, 10 minutes of qualifying. Young Finesse says, I've had 3 Red Bulls and I'm still so tired. Let me sleep. Not yet, buddy. You've just got to, grind it out. Another 10 minutes. Let's see where we end up. Zedkev says, Mercedes legal intake supercharger discovered. Kimi P1, 5-place grid penalty for blowers. Gisette says Kimi ain't gonna get pole this time. Local Rex, 1:09 in the morning for you. Yeah, well, it is 6:09 in the morning for me, buddy. Oh, done a 24-hour stint. Why is Gab's car in second gear? That's a very good question. But it is. It's not revving. It's just sat in second gear. The sticky tape, no, the sticky tape Lando's front wing. Oh, what? $8:09 in the morning in Greece, Athens. I bet the sun's out. I bet it's beautiful in Athens right now. Young Finesse, yeah, 6'10". No, you've not been asleep either. Let's go. This is it. We've only got to do it for a few Grand Prix a year, though, haven't we? We're pretty lucky because of the European schedule and the Middle Eastern schedule. Well, that's going to change, I'm sure, but... Jacqueline, 10 p.m. where you live. Not too bad. You can have a nice glass of wine. Rajinska says Hamilton. Get P1. We're about to find out. There's 8 minutes 40 seconds left. Let's see. We are at the business end. Let's see where we end up. And if you are watching right now, do smash a like on the video. Hit the little thumbs up. It makes a big difference for the channel. And say hello in the chat as well if you're brand new. We would love to. We love having new people in the chat. Kangaroo, one of our new people. 10 p.m. in USA. This is prime time, baby. Let's go. Thank you, Kangaroo. Get in the chat. Say hello. And if you do subscribe to the channel, which I hope you do, make sure you got the bell all icon ticked behind the subscribe button. That way you get all of our news. You get notified of news, watch-alongs, everything that we do on the channel. Then you can choose which piece of the content that you engage with. And you are all very, very welcome in this community. That's true thing. Yeah, the Middle Eastern tracks have been great. Kimi Antonelli's had an off. Gone wide into the gravel. George Russell is going to want to pass him, I would have thought, on track. Oh, well, good night. 10 past 12 in Texas. Oh, Texas. I'd love to go to Texas. 11:42 a.m. in India. Welcome to the community, Aish. Probably was Toasty. I think it probably was. Everyone seems to... This super clear... I can't wait to hear what the drivers say about qualifying. So right now, Piastri, Russell put a 119. We know really Pole's going to be down in the 118s, I would have thought. Hadjar P2 with a 119.6. Oscar Piastri in the 120s, Leclerc in the 120s, Hadjar in the 119s. Bram to Asobi, 8:14 in Namibia. Hamilton's gone P5 with a 120. 9 a.m. in Turkey for Salem. That's a good lap from Hadjar, you know. 119s, it's decent. Decent. Isaac Hadjar, I knew he would not crumble under the Red Bull pressure. Plus, I think his driving style is quite similar to Max. So if you're building a car for Max, you're basically building a car for Isaac as well. Oh, Rosinka says, do you think he could get a podium like he did in Brazil? Oh, what a run that was from the pit lane. Look, you can never rule something like that out for Max. You can't, can you? Oh, Kimi Antonelli doing his off there. Turn 3. I don't think... Look, I think he could get to the points. A podium? I don't think so. Do I think Max could start from the back and hit the points? Yes. I don't know about a podium. Candyman, how much until Q3 ends? There's only 4.5 minutes left. 4.5 minutes and it is done and dusted. Russell out still in P1. In the pits. So each driver is probably going to get one more hot lap in. Antonelli, not put a time in. Lindblad, no time. Lawson, no time. Bortoletto, no time. We've got another 2014 from DeResta. Chef says, interesting detail to consider. Hadjar is first and only teammate to Max in a non-Newey designed car. That actually is, that's true, isn't it? That is true. That is true. I think though, I think actually a lot of I think it comes down to the way Laurent Mekies runs his team as well. I feel that Laurent Mekies is a different type of team principal to to the Helmut Marko era and Christian Horner era of a way that the team was being run between the two of them. And I feel that Hadjar as well. I said it last year. I feel that he's pretty special. I think he's a special driver, Hadjar. Super confident, super quick, brave, but what he shows, he's got resilience. This race last year at Melbourne, Isaac Hadjar crashed the Racing Bulls on the formation lap. On the bloody formation lap. Like, that honestly got to be the most humiliating, most embarrassing thing. You're not even racing. On the formation lap, you crash your car. Like, it was awful. But then he came back with a very good season. He was excellent in the Racing Bulls, and he gets his promotion to Red Bull. So Hadjar's got a lot of qualities I like in a Formula One driver. He's fast, he's mentally strong, and I think he's got a driving style that's similar to Max Verstappen. So if you're developing a car for Max, basically he benefits. Yes, a local Rex. Thank you for your super chat. Exactly what you said. Having Ford back would be fire. Yeah, I want that rivalry. Did you see all the stuff in the press though? Some of my old video. If you have a look on the channel, you'll see Ford versus Cadillac. I did a whole news story on it. Cadillac were poking the bear of Ford, saying that Ford are only in Formula One as a marketing exercise, whereas Cadillac are a real Formula One team. If you get a chance to watch that video, I think you'll like it. You should watch it. It's a good one. And I think what they're doing is they are poking the bear of Ford, and I think we'll see them back in. Russell going fastest. Again, fastest sector 1, fastest sector 2. Antonelli currently P1 though, with a 1:18.8. That's a good time from Antonelli. Russell on a hot lap here though. I'm expecting Russell to take P1 from Antonelli. A lot of purple mini sectors in sector 3 plus. He has. He's done a 1:18.5, 0.3 faster than Antonelli. I think that's going to be good enough for pole. I think that even though it's provisional pole, I think that is going to be your pole time. I don't think anyone's going to beat that. Norris on a personal best now, currently in P3. Hamilton's on a quick lap as well. Piastri's gone P3. All happening right now at the end of Q3. Piastri's gone faster than Norris. Leclerc's gone third fastest. Hamilton still to complete his lap, and he is on a personal best. Hadjar faster than Leclerc. Hadjar goes P3. What a lap from Isaac Hadjar. Wow. Put that Red Bull P3, Isaac Hadjar. We were just talking about him. So at Russell, Antonelli, Hadjar are your top 3. Leclerc P4, Piastri P5, Norris P6, Hamilton P7, Lindblad I think it's Lindblad's personal best, but is it quick enough? Lindblad P9, P9, Lawson P8. So, okay, Bortoleto P10. Wow, brilliant. Just quickly run through that again. Russell P1, Antonelli P2, Isaac Hadjar P3, fantastic drive from him. Leclerc P4, Piastri P5, Norris P6, that's significant. Piastri quicker than Norris here in qualifying at Melbourne. Hamilton P7, Lawson does out-qualify his teammate, rookie Arvid Lindblad. He needed to. And then obviously we've got Lindblad, then Bortoleto. That is your top 10 for the grid tomorrow. Wow, it has been a brilliant experience, this one. Good to see the cars out on track. Good to see the true pace of these cars. And I am so excited for the race tomorrow. I'll be back at 4:30 a.m. for the Grand Prix. If you've enjoyed this watch long, you ain't seen nothing yet, make sure you join me for that one tomorrow. Whoa, well done, George. Well done, Mercedes. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do that before you leave. Smash a like on the video before you go. And I will see you all tomorrow. It's been brilliant. Oh, I'm so pleased Formula One is back, baby. I am so pleased. Thank you to everyone in the chat. Thank you to all of you super chats. Makes a big difference to the success of the channel. I'm gonna go and get some shut-eye. I'll see you at 4:30 a.m. Sunday morning for the Australian Grand Prix. 2014 all over again, says Auxilla. Absolutely. Let's go. I'll see you all early morning for the Grand Prix. Ta-ta.